All right, everybody, what's up? Mike here, head trader at True Trading Group, and it is Black Friday, November 29th, day after Thanksgiving. I hope each and every one of you had a fantastic, fun, healthy, happy, loving Thanksgiving with your friends and family. But it's back to business. Markets are open today for the half day. I was not very active today. I wasn't really expecting much today, but touching upon the video that I made yesterday, I talked yesterday's video, other than just wishing you all a very happy Thanksgiving, I talked yesterday about kind of recapping the heat and the stuff that we've seen really out of these small caps this past week and what to expect the week going forward. And the small caps have continued to trade very well. All right, ASLN had a big move in the morning. CLVS continued that short squeeze. CGIX is giving you a good move right now. Actually, as I'm making this video, you can see CGIS is making a nice move. So, NVAX is a lower volume one, but that's having a good move. The point is here, guys, you're seeing a lot of these small caps that are still giving you really good moves, and this bodes well for next week. And we'll see if next week small caps continue to stay hot into the month of December. We say goodbye to November today, and we say hello to December next week on Monday. So hopefully small caps continue to be hot going into next week. Today's lesson is all about reading level 2 to identify a large institutional seller, because there was a very large seller that stepped in to ASLN today and really kind of slowed down a lot of the momentum. Guys, just a quick, before I get into the lesson on level 2, I'm actually going to pull up a level 2. I'm going to walk you guys through it and show you exactly what I saw that caused me to get out of this ASLN trade well before this big deep pullback all the way down to $4. We were able to get out of this trade almost at $5.45 because we recognized this large institutional seller that was just putting a complete damper on the momentum. And this stock had tremendous momentum off the open. This thing opened up and just exploded on huge volume. And then all of a sudden, right in this consolidation, we started to get a very large seller step in. And I'm going to talk to you about that. Before I do, I want to remind you all about the Black Friday sale that is live. All right. Black Friday sale is live. It's 25% off. A 1-year all-inclusive membership to TTG. That gets you the beginner courses, the advanced courses, the options course, as well as access to all future courses coming down the road. Beginning of next year, I plan on releasing a trader psychology course as well as a swing trading course, and I'm going to continue to put out new courses, and I'm going to continue to add to the TTG curriculum next year. And if you take advantage of the Black Friday sale, you get all of that included. You get access to that. So it's a one-time all-inclusive. It's an all-inclusive membership for the year. Okay, no upsells, none of that. You guys become a member, you get everything that we have to offer. So if you want to take advantage of that, go to truetradinggroup.com and use the coupon code TTGBF19. Okay, that's BF as in Black Friday. TTGBF19 is the discount code, and that'll give you the 25% off that all-inclusive 1-year plan, and it'll give you access to all the courses now and all the future courses coming. So let's get into this trade, and this ASLN trade, and we'll talk to you guys about level 2. I'll pull level 2 up in a moment, but let's talk about an institutional seller for a moment. A lot of times with these small cap biotechs, there's a lot of dilution in these stocks because they are so capital intensive, meaning biotechs specifically require large amounts of cash ever before they're even close to profitable. These companies operate at massive losses until they get a drug that's approved and they can sell their drug in the market and they can start to realize some revenue and some profits. Before that, it's a money pit because FDA trials, drug development, research cost a lot of money. So that's why a lot of times when you see a small cap biotech that has like an active couple days of trading when the stock really never really trades, all of a sudden you get 1 or 2 days of action because of some press release, the company takes advantage and does an offering, okay, meaning they sell a block of shares to either an accredited investor, a hedge fund, an investment bank, whatever, okay, and they get cash in exchange for that. That's a form of dilution because it'll usually be at a discount to the market, and the stock, gaps down 40%, 50%, depending on what the price is that they sold the shares at a discount to the market. Another form of dilution is a debt transaction in the form of a convertible note. Now, I do not know if a convertible note is what was executed and caused the selling pressure in ASLN today. I would have to go back and look at the filings in order to tell you that. But my best guess would be that today, because it has not been there the last couple of days. The last few days that ASLN has been hot, we have not seen such a large institutional seller like we saw today. This stock opened up and exploded. Okay, I mean, this thing was just exploding, ripping on incredible volume. And then all of a sudden, you saw huge offers come in. And these offers were not spoof offers. What do I mean by a spoof offer? A spoof offer is like a fake offer that whoever's putting it out never intends to fill. It's something that I used to do when I worked at the hedge fund. That is, you really can't do it anymore. The SEC and FINRA have added regulations to where you're really not supposed to do it anymore, but it happens all the time still anyway. Let's say I wanted to buy, 100,000 shares of a particular stock, and it was coming up to an important resistance level. I would show like a 300,000 share offer just to scare people, scare retail into selling their positions. It would push the stock back down. Then I would come right underneath and I'd buy my 100,000 shares. I would cancel that 300,000 sell order, and the stock would just continue higher. It's called a spoof order or a ghost order, a fake order. A lot of people have a lot of different terms for it. But these were real orders because they were coming in on the inside market, meaning it was coming low offer. So if you have a bid at, let's say, 570, and you have an offer at, let's say, 578, and an offer comes in at 576, that's considered an inside order, meaning it's coming inside the spread. The spread is the difference between the bid and the ask. So if you got a 570 bid and a 578 ask, that is an 8-cent spread. And if an order comes in between that, okay, it's considered either low offer or high bid. These sell orders were coming in low offer, right into the inside market for 90,000 shares. Then that would get filled. Another order would come in inside market, 75,000 shares. That would get filled. Another order comes in for 50,000 shares. That would get filled. Another order for 100,000 shares. And I'm seeing all of this in level 2. I'm going to show you level 2 in a moment to show you how to read level 2. But this is the stuff that I was seeing, and I'm saying to myself, this sucks because this selling was not here in the off the bell, and it was not here in the last couple of days. But this is really, really going to hurt the momentum in this stock. I was like, guys, I don't think this momentum is going to last. We should get out of this position. All right. A lot of people were really excited about ASLN in the morning. Alex caught some of this move. Alex is one of the other moderators in chat. I was waiting for the first pullback. So I waited for the first pullback, jumped in the position, and then all of a sudden you start to see these sell orders, and I'm like, gang, something's not right here. I'm going to bail on this position. And I walked away with a really small loss instead of waiting for my stop loss to be triggered. And it was all because of recognizing this institutional seller in level 2. So it was really a lifesaver today. Saved a lot of money. It's unfortunate, but what I think happened is a debt holder who maybe had a convertible note, who gave the company money in the form of debt a while ago, took advantage of the liquidity event, and then converted their debt into shares. So they had a debt note. It's a convertible note. And if the company doesn't pay it back, you convert that note into shares, and that's how you get your money back. Or the company could pay you back the note in cash. But if the company doesn't have cash, which a small cap biotech's not really going to, they're going to use all the cash they have on their drug development and on their trials. I think you probably had an institution that gave them money a while ago, gave them debt. Maybe that institution converted their debt into shares a couple days ago when ASLN had that first big run. They want to take advantage of the liquidity. And usually when that process happens, when that process begins, it could take a couple days sometimes to convert the shares from the note into actual shares, get them cleared, and have them actually free trading. It could take a couple days. And I think that's what happened. I think over the last couple days, you can see ASLN, okay, got kind of busy. They probably, went through their conversion, and then were lucky enough today to take advantage of this huge explosive move, because these type of sell orders were not there these last couple days. That is not somebody getting short. They're way too big of an order, and they were coming in from the exact same market maker with size. Every time that it would get filled, it would come right back. That is not a short. That is somebody unloading a large position, and it completely stalled the momentum in the stock. And it's unfortunate, because otherwise this thing could have been really, really, really fun to trade today. With the short day, I think we could have had a continuation squeeze, but we recognized that early on and shut it down. So let's get to level 2. Here is a level 2, okay? Here is an example of a level 2, all right? I still have my market's still open, so I still have my light speed and my other platform that is on my other computer that is right here. But this is an equity feed level 2. Doesn't matter what program you're using, they're all the same, okay? They just look different, but all the information is exactly the same. So for new and inexperienced traders, let me break down for you what you're looking at. For experienced traders, bear with me while I kind of go through a quick little rundown. Down here on the bottom of the screen, this is level 2. Level 2 shows you all of the order flow in a market, okay? MMID, this little column right here, this is the market maker ID. Market maker are financial institutions that route your order into the marketplace and execute the order. So your broker, let's say if you have E-Trade, for example, you place the order with E-Trade, that order gets routed through one of these market makers into the actual exchange to get executed, okay? So these are all the different market maker codes, okay? Then you have the bid price. Your bids are always going to be on the left, okay? You have your bid price. Then you have the size. This tells you how many shares are at that price. This is in 1 increments. So meaning this 5 really means 500 shares. The 1 means 100 shares. The 2 means 200 shares, and so on. So 10 right here. So that 10 just pop up. That's 1,000 shares. So you got to add 2 zeros to the end. That's just a setting in level 2 you can change. And then this is the time. The time is the the time that order came into the market. Okay, and then to the right side is your ask side. So you can see here he says ask, same thing. Market maker, ask price, shares, and then the time, which is blocked by my photo. Right here is your time in sales. You can see the time that a trade gets executed. This is the price the trade executes at, and this is how many shares were executed. Okay, this is level 2. Now, what I was seeing, so you guys understand, right now you're looking at $4.37 high bid, $4.39 low offer. So anything in between that would be considered inside market. Like right now, we're 435. See that 90? That means there's 9,000 shares at 435 represented by market maker EDGX. There's 800 shares at the same price represented by market maker PACF, and so on. Okay? So what I was seeing was on this side, on the ask side, was that if the low offer or the low ask is 439, okay, you would see an order come in at $4.38, so come low offer for like 90,000 shares. So instead of a 2 or a 90, it would say 900. That is a very large order. That order would get filled. Like you can see here, you can see this order at 440 starting to get filled. It said 9,000 shares before. Now we're down to 7,300 as orders come in and the orders start to get filled. The number decreases as people start to buy shares at 440, right? See there, another 1,000 shares, and we just dropped down to 6,300. Now we're down to 5,200 as people continue. Look, see how people continue to buy shares? That number continues to decrease. So what we were seeing was like 900 would pop up here, meaning 90,000 shares. It would start to get eaten, then would go away. Then all of a sudden, a couple seconds later, 750 would come up, meaning 75,000 shares. Then that would start to get eaten. All of this was taking place right in here during this consolidation. okay? And right in here during this pullback is where I went ahead and got long. Okay, I'll take you back to my TC2000 because it's better, it's easier to draw. I got long my TC2000 right in here on this first pullback because I absolutely loved what I saw off the bell. We were pulling back into the 38.2 Fibonacci level, which was lining up with the trade line and VWAP, and the volume off the bell was so fantastic. Okay, the volume off the bell was so fantastic, and the volume on the pullback was much, much lower. This is exactly the type of volume profile that you guys want to see on a stock that's pulling back in. This is all stuff. The purpose of this video, guys, is to focus on level 2, but all of this information about, the volume on the pullback, the 38.2 fib, trade line, VWAP, this could have been an A+ setup had it not been for this large institutional seller. And all of these things that make up an A+ setup, you will learn in the full TTG curriculum. So again, that Black Friday sale, you get the entire curriculum included, as well as all future courses down the road. So don't forget to use coupon code TTGBF19. All right, all of that stuff, everything that I'm just talking to you about here, you will learn in all of those courses. All right, but now let's get back. Let me show you my trade alerts. So here you guys can see long at 578, stop loss $5. But because we recognize this selling pressure in level 2, I exited the bulk of my position at 545, and I was holding on to a small piece just to see what happens. And then I decided to get out at 524 because every time this large seller would get filled, a new order would come in. So they were definitely selling a very large position, and I didn't want to be involved in the trade anymore because I felt like that selling pressure was going to really put a damper on the momentum, and I didn't think the stock was going to go anywhere, and it turns out I was right. Okay, the stock has not gone anywhere ever since. So it was the right thing to bail on this trade when we did, and it all comes down to seeing the selling pressure on level 2, seeing these orders coming in. Now, I'm not necessarily a trader that really obsesses over level 2 like some other like a lot of scalpers obsess over level 2 because they're trying to get in and out within seconds. I'm not a scalper. I like to my trades last a lot longer than a couple seconds or a couple minutes, so I don't obsess over level 2 as much, but I do watch it. And there's certain times when it really can come in handy and can really come into play, especially in small caps, because the majority of people that are trading the small caps are retail investors and retail traders. Warren Buffett, JP Morgan, all, Renaissance hedge fund, and, all of these massive institutions are not trading small caps. So you get a lot more retail order flow, meaning individual traders like you and I, either trading with E-Trade, Lightspeed, TD, Charles Schwab, whatever, Robinhood, that are placing orders on these small caps. So the level 2 is more relevant in small caps than it is in a larger cap name like Apple, Roku, Tesla. There's not as much information for you to take out of a level 2 on a large cap because it's all computer and algorithmic trading. Obviously, there's still retail traders like you and I, but a lot lower percentage of them in a large cap name than in a small cap name. Small cap names have active traders. Large cap names have more institutions and people that are looking to invest rather than actively trade. So it can be helpful when you're trading the small caps. It was very helpful for me today, and I want you guys to be on the lookout and wary of that kind of stuff because it happens a lot in small caps. Because like I said, especially these small cap biotechs, they need cash. So usually you'll have a lot of debt holders or the companies they do an offering. So it's very common to see a small cap that just takes off like a bat out of hell. It gaps up in the morning. It's like the leading gapper. Everybody gets excited. Then all of a sudden the market opens and the stock just collapses. And the reason for that collapse could be because of a debt holder or somebody that gave the company money a while ago taking advantage of the liquidity event to sell their shares, especially when a stock that had just started to trade heavy volume that in the past never really traded a lot of volume, because that means that the large shareholders that gave the company money never had an opportunity to exit their position. They never had an opportunity to get their money back. So you have to be careful sometimes with stocks that have never traded And then all of a sudden, you get a press release comes out and the stock, goes crazy for 1 or 2 days. You have the chance that somebody converts their debt into shares and they sell them into the open market. And I really believe that's what happened today in ASLN. Otherwise, I think this thing was ready to rock and roll. It was exploded off the morning bell, and it had so much momentum that I thought it was going to continue. And if that institutional seller wasn't there, I think we could have gone higher. But the lesson from today is recognizing that type of selling pressure in the level 2 to be able to say to yourself, you know what, this is going to kill the momentum. I'm going to get out of this position. There's a real heavy seller in here that's not going to let this stock move. And I'm not going to sit here and wait for my stop loss to be triggered. I'm going to get out of this thing now. And that's exactly what I did. My stop loss was $5, but I exited the bulk of my position. I exited like 75, 80% of my position. I exited at $5.45. So very, very small loss for me today. And I just said, I'm not going to trade anymore. The market closes. Market closes in a half hour from now. But the point is, you can see how this stock has traded ever since. It was never able to recover. Okay, every little bounce gets stuffed. I mean, you can tell that it really put a damper on the momentum and held the stock down for the rest of the day. So using level 2 today enabled me to get out of my position way earlier than initially anticipated and save a boat ton of money. Okay, so I'm walking away here with a very small loss, nothing really to worry about, and we'll go into next week and hopefully small caps can still be red hot. All right, so again, guys, the Black Friday sale, I'm going to keep telling you about it because it's one of the best deals that we've ever had, and I don't think the best deal we ever had was the 30% off for the YouTube community, but now the Black Friday sale has kicked in. It's 25%, but it's still one of the best deals we've ever done. It's going to be the best deal that we do for a while because it's an all-inclusive deal. So it's 1 year in chat. You get the text message trade alerts, the swing trade alerts. You get the beginner courses, the advanced courses, the options course, as well as all future courses coming down the road. That's where all the value is, because you're getting all the courses included for free, and you're getting access to all future courses. That's basically what the Black Friday sale is. Okay, because you're getting 1 year of chat and trade alerts for actually less money than our previous chat room only plan. So if you bought a chat room only plan a few months ago, it would actually be more money than what you'd be paying now for the Black Friday sale, and you did not get the courses. Now you're getting the courses and all future courses. So it really is the best deal. I can't, you guys are always, messaging me and asking me questions, and you're always looking to learn more, and you're always, say you're thankful for the education. But if you want really the full gamut, guys, take advantage of this Black Friday sale. It expires on Tuesday. All right. Again, coupon code TTGBF19 at truetradinggroup.com. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Again, I hope you all had a fantastic, and ASLN continuing lower down to $4 as we speak. So I hope everyone had a really wonderful Thanksgiving and have an awesome weekend. I'll see you guys all on Monday. Take care.